When was the last time you realized, man, I'm utilizing way too much energy to balance my life? Or, I need to take a break from moving my life forward. Or the big one, I want to make sure everyone I know railroads me. Well, don't worry, I got you. I have 5 tips to make sure you continue getting emotionally abused, railroaded, and seen as insignificant. So this video is for those of you who are tired of living that healthy, boundary-ridden life. I mean, real talk. Who wants to keep putting in the work daily to ensure our mental and physical health is at its best? I mean, come on. Come on. No, really. Come on, it's hard work, y'all. Teddy Roosevelt once said, "Nothing in the world is worth having or worth doing unless it means effort, pain, difficulty, blah, blah, blah." I mean, are you kidding me? That doesn't even make sense. He sounds dumb. I'm just saying, just saying. But let's get to our 5 things you should do to keep flying under the radar, limit expectations set on you, and keep that pressure off your existence and ensure everyone has a chance to railroad you to misery. Let's start with tip number 1. Be nice to everyone that you know. They could be a stranger, they could be a coworker, they could be your child, they could be your spouse, they could be your person, they could be anybody that is not you. Be nice to them all the time. Never push back. Always make sure whatever they say, you do, with no repercussions, no pushback. Just do you. How do you ensure these things? Simple. So to make sure you're always nice to everybody and you don't ruffle any feathers, always overcommit, be as passive as possible, and hide your thoughts and opinions. This way, people will always think that you're in agreement with them and it won't ever have any kind of conflict and they will love you every step of the way. Tip number 2, don't ever share your true feelings or thoughts. You take that, you bottle that shit up and you keep it right here where it belongs, inside you. Just push it down, keep it right here because you only have so much room to put some in there. So once it gets full, you'll kind of forget about it. It just kind of falls off and it makes room for more stuff you can just keep pushing down. That's exactly how it works. Just remember your input is never worth sharing, okay? That's like the easy one. Your input's never worth sharing. Your input has no bearing on the greater world because none of that really matters. So when people say things and you might think different, let that go. Like let them think what they need to think because that is the way it's supposed to be. I mean, real talk, just don't be selfish. Like it's really selfish if you want to share your opinions to other people and tell them what your thoughts are. Like if they're telling you that they feel some way and this is the way that it should be, who are you to tell them that? Just let them, they're probably right and just let them be. Leave that alone. Don't be a selfish person. Selfish people aren't liked. Stop being selfish. Tip number 3, set no boundaries. It is very exhausting setting boundaries because when you set boundaries, you have to enforce them. That means you have to be cognizant of it. Then you have to remind people. Like it's tiring, guys. Like it's just so much work. You have other things you could be doing, like sleeping or watching TV, playing video games, just anything else that you can be doing that's just for you, right? Like boundaries are too hard to enforce, so don't worry about boundaries because like holding boundaries don't lead to anything positive for you. Like just don't believe that. Look at walls. People climb walls all the time. Those are boundaries. Don't worry about it. Let the boundaries go and just don't stress yourself out about it. Tip number 4, be sure to put everybody else's needs before yours. What they have going on is so much more valuable than yours. Your time, sorry to tell you, it's not that valuable. It's not that big of a deal because other people are doing things that are much more important than you. So putting their needs first is good. And that's your golden ticket because if everybody likes you and everybody knows they can get what they need to from you, you're good to go. Tip number 5, and the last one, is a really tough one because this one unfortunately takes a little bit of effort, okay? But the main thing is to keep your confidence as low as possible, okay? Keeping low expectations for yourself and then others having low expectations of you really keeps the stress off of you and it leads to less disappointment because if you were not expecting a lot out of yourself and others aren't expecting a lot of you, guess what? You can't piss anybody off because everyone's like, It's cool. So that's stay on top of that, right? Don't be too confident and don't set your expectations too high. And how that works is like, you don't need to worry about setting expectations because you're already waiting for people to tell you what to do and they're telling you how to think and how to feel. I mean, come on, you see how this is all coming together? Like, you don't have to do a lot of work. Like, just do what people tell you to do. Wait till someone tells you to do it, and then you do it. There's no thought on your side. You can go do what you need to do, chilling, whatever. Just wait till someone's like, hey, I need to eat, or hey, I need to get picked up, or hey, I need this project done, or whatever. Like, just wait until they tell you to do it, and then you're good to go. And there you have it. I'm always on a quest to expose you to new ways of thinking. You are ultimately in charge of how you live. I do hope you realize this was a sarcastic video about living intentionally and not eventually. If you didn't get that from this video, then I have failed you. Actually, you know what? No. You have failed yourself. That is completely on you. Shame, shame, shame. Just go out, continue to live intentionally, not eventually, and we'll see you in the next one.